Hello everyone and welcome to week 4 of the Regal Draft League. Penultimate week before trade deadline and in the closest season yet. Teams are still ironing out kinks and deciding who makes the final roster for the rest of the season. Heading into week 4, we have 0 unbeaten teams. And only the East Austin Sceptiles, who have had a really tough start to the season, remain without a win. The lone trade this week may also be one of the scariest trades yet. Draco and Tera Dark Tyrants fixed what I thought was the biggest issue with their squad, with the exact mon that I thought would really round out this roster, as they traded away Pinchurchin and Alolan Raichu for Magneton and Gothitelle. I honestly wish I had never made this suggestion, and everyone else in the league has my humble apologies for creating this monster. Every season I look at Gothitelle, and every season I end up going a different route. I love this mon in draft. It has so many tools and so many ways you can run it. It has 3 incredibly useful abilities. Everyone, of course, remembers Shadow Tag and what that does, but it also gets competitive, which any team running Intimidate, Snarl, Icy Wind, or Electro Webs have to respect. And it gets Frisk, which on a Pokemon you're likely to lead or pivot in early in a lot of games. Frisk is broken. It's also pretty bulky, and 95 special attack is just enough that you can't ignore it. Decent enough coverage if you want to run it offensive, and great support tools make this an amazing piece for an already scary team. To be honest, Magneton is also a pretty good pickup. With Sturdy, this can be used to set up screens, get off Electro Webs and speed control, and it has electric terrain just because Draco couldn't give it up. Now, on to this week's matches. First, we have 2 non-replay matches. Continuing their rough start to the season, the East Austin Archeops had to face last season's beaten finalists, the Philadelphia Politoeds. Game 1, and Chal brought Rain Room, with PZ, Glastrier and Pelipper, but was unable to keep Fluttermane in check, as Glastrier took out Flygon, but Paradox Menace took 2 KOs in a 4-1 victory. Game 2, and the Archeops pivoted to full rain mode, with Ludicolo and Regieleki replacing Skeledirge and Porygon Z, but this time around Chris protected Flygon better and got rewarded with a 4-0 game by Flygon and Fluttermane. In the second matchup, EGN once again had everyone on the edge of their seats in another 3-game epic, this time versus San Diego Dondozo. Game 1 went exactly as you'd expect an EGN game to go. Set up Trick Room, Moonbear, go crazy. And Moonbear absolutely decimated the Dondozo, sweeping them aside in a 4-0 victory. Game 2, Kala pivoted to the Sun mode and got read by Evney, who brought out Typhlosion. Moonbear struggled to have an impact, only getting 1 KO, and that was on its own teammate, Sableye. Iron Valiant continued its good run of form by picking up a KO, helping Typhlosion to wrap up the game. Game 3, both teams adjusted. Left behind Sableye for Raging Bolt. Evney left out Excadrill, who didn't even hit the field in Game 2. For Iron Hands, in a hard-fought battle, the Bear once again proved the difference, as EGN took it 4-2, and the set 2-1. Now we get to the replays. 3 super exciting matches to get through. Let's start with a trip to Alaska for the Battle of the Rain teams. Denali Dhelmise versus the Grumpy Pigs. This looks like a really close matchup. Dhelmise have a lot of ways to slow down die spam of Iron Crown Indeedee. Got two steel types in Klefki and Archaludon who resist psychic attacks, and you have Scrafty who's completely immune. But Klefki is a support mon. You can, for the most part, ignore it. It ain't putting out a lot of damage. Kommo deals very, very well with both Archaludon and Scrafty. Sylveon looks like it deals pretty well with Kommo, until you remember the Sylveon is kinda slow. So Kommo can outspeed, and I'm fairly certain a single helping hand poison jab from the Clanging Dragon will remove the Sylveon. For Rapid Strike, unless it's scarfed, and get outsped and deleted by Iron Crown. So for me, it's going to be very difficult for Starstreak to win this matchup. The tools are there, but it's going to take a lot of positioning and reads to come out of this one with a victory. I think it'll be close, don't get me wrong. I don't think Starstreak is just going to roll over and let Twimberly take this one. But the type advantage and the speed advantage is 100% in favour of the Grumpy Pigs, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the teams. And yeah, it's pretty much as I would have expected. Tiago has brought the Kommo and the Scizor to deal with the things that Iron Crown just doesn't really want to deal with. And Starstreak has brought pretty much the same 6 that he brings every week. I'm interested to see the techs that Starstreak is putting in on these mons, because he's brought some pretty cool twists on Urshifu Rapid Strike so far this season. Though Sylveon has been, I believe, Tera ground every week, that isn't necessarily going to work in this matchup. So I'll be interested to see how he's built that Sylveon. And how is he going to proc that Unburden on Sceptile? If he's even bringing Unburden Sceptile, could just be Overgrow. Here we go, game 1. What are the leads? We do see Iron Crown and Indeedee facing down Sceptile and Klefki. There's the Psychic Surge. Warp Drive with booster speed. No Psychic Seed on the Sceptile. Helping Hand. Misty Terrain Klefki. I like it. Misty Seed on the Sneak. Yeah, Misty Steed on the Sceptile. Acrobatics. That does nothing. Expanding Force. I'm just shocked how little damage that Sceptile did to Indeedee. Tera coming out. Into Sceptile. Tera ground Sceptile. Interesting. Follow me from Indeedee. Thunder Wave. In misty terrain. Bulldoze. Does nothing. Let's have that added benefit of speed control though. Action Cutter. 1, 2. Tera is down. Sceptile is gone. Out comes the water bear. Tera from the Grumpy Pigs. Into the Iron Crown. Tera Berry. Not wanting to take a close combat. Follow me from the Indeedee. Tera Blast. Oh, bye-bye, Urshifu. Yep. Draining Kiss. Chipping down the Indeedee. Another helping hand. Action Cutter. Ooh, it lived. I thought the first hit might have been a low roll. That Hyper Voice is really strong though. But I don't think a 4 HP Sylveon and Klefki are going to win this battle. Gucci easily flustered. There's the Politoed. Versace. Ooh, it's the Coma-O. Act on the Coma-O. Why is Breloom going for Thunder Wave a second time in the misty terrain? There's the Icy Wind, finishes off the Sylveon. Why Sylveon isn't invested to at least outspeed a Politoed, I don't know. Drain Punch. See, not enough to take out the Klefki. Muddy Water. Ah, missed! Draining Kiss. Does actually respectable damage, but that is a 4 times weakness. So Leftovers brings it back to just above half. There's the Protect. Muddy Water. Missed again! This Klefki's got a horseshoe up his butt. Some more Leftovers recovery. There's a Drain Punch. Yeah, that should keep it alive unless it's a crit. There's a Muddy Water though. Bye-bye Klefki. Missed 3 in a row, that would have been insane. do not understand why you go twice. I can understand making the mistake the first time of clicking Thunder Wave in misty terrain. It's easy to forget that it stops status moves. But to go for it a second time, I'm not sure how that Sceptile was trained, but Bulldoze, despite being a middling base power spread move with Sceptiles and a low base attack, it is more of a special attacker than a physical attacker. Still, even with the Tera, seemed to do absolutely nothing. And given the 110 base power itemless acrobatics also did nothing into Indeedee, I think Starstreak has to rethink how he's using that mon. But going into game 2, you've seen the lead of Iron Crown Indeedee. You have to bring Scrafty now. There was nothing in that game 1 that threatened that lead at all. I was shocked at how much damage that Pixelate boosted Hyper Voice did. So I'm guessing the Sylveon was specs. You can't, but at the end of the day, that's a resisted hit. So you can't rely on Sylveon to be your only win con versus that lead. Especially when there's 2 other mons in the back. Because I'm pretty sure Twim didn't need to use Tera Fairy Tera Blast to remove Urshifu. Almost positive that a single target expanding force would have done the job. But let's get into game 2 and see how this goes. Any adjustment on the lead? Denali Dhelmise again. He has brought the Scrafty along with the Klefki this time. This should force a little bit of a change up in Quimberly's plans. Intimidate's not going to matter. How is Twin going to deal with that Scrafty? Is he going to commit the Tera straight away? Tera Fairy Tera Blast will delete that Scrafty. Scrafty switches out into our Chaludon. Is committing the Tera. We are going to see Tera Fairy Tera Blast. Thunder Wave. You're a prankster, Mon. Don't understand why he brought that move at all. There's the Tera Blast. Does nothing to the Archaludon. That's gotta be vested. Skill swap. Oh, nice. We now have a prankster Indeedee. I like it. does now open up the Thunder Wave for... Oh! Looks like Twim forgot about that prankster as well. And the Focus Blast misses. Snarl comes out. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but is bringing that special attack down. Thunder Wave finally goes off after a million attempts. So we do have a half speed Iron Crown now. Helping hand from Indeedee. The Focus Blast does hit. Oh, that is absolutely vested our Chaladon. There's another Snarl. Oh wait, no, it was a -1 Focus Blast. Now a -2. And another Thunder Wave connects. Keychain spreading the hacks. Here comes the Scrafty. Follow me from Indeedee. Blast. It's still faster than our Chaladon. Oh, but that did nothing. Flash Cannon. Finishes off the Indeedee. I'm not sure the crit mattered. Here comes the Sizzle. It's an interesting board state here. Iron Crown switches out. Into Politoed. Giving our Chaladon the rain. But defensively, good switch. Knock off into the Sizzle. Getting rid of its Assault Vest. Close combat into Scrafty. Oh, not enough. Scrafty munches down its berry. Psychic Terrain disappears. That could be key. Our Chaladon switches. Huh. In comes Klefki. Protect on a Politoed. He invested, the Sizzle can't protect. Does go down to the close combat. Not entirely sure why Twim didn't go for a bullet punch there. Here comes the Iron Crown. And the wave comes out into the Politoed. It's encored into Protect. Good play. Tera Blast. Goodbye, Scrafty. Urshifu finally hits the field. Politoed gets to protect this time. Urshifu outspeeds the Iron Crown. Politoed versus the world. And it couldn't move because it's paralyzed. Oh my god. Rain now does go away as its encore is ended. Politoed finally gets a chance to fight back. Without the rain, it's definitely going to live this, I think. Yep. It's not faster than the Klefki now, I don't think. No, it's not. Game 2 goes to Starstreak. Denali Dhelmise. It was a good adjustment to bring Chaludon to lead with Scrafty. Because the Scrafty lead, even though Scrafty doesn't do a great deal, it still conditions Twimbley into not clicking Expanding Force. Because one of the Pokemon on the other side of the field is immune. Yeah, Chaludon didn't do a great deal other than not die, but it was able to chip down the opposition. I would be thinking twice about bringing Urshifu here though, because I'm still on the Broad Bear bandwagon, to be honest. It's not really done much. Even with the rain up, it didn't do a great deal. But game 3, let's see what adjustments Twimbley makes this time around. Same lead. Same lead again. What is in the back for either team? Do see a Tera turn 1. Into the Iron Crown again. Ooh, Tera's on both sides. Into the Scrafty. Tera Poison. Just going to resist that Tera Blast, but you're now going to be weak to the Expanding Force. There's a helping hand. Misty Terrain comes out this time. There's the Tera Blast. Into the Scrafty. Resisted now. Yeah. Knockoff comes out. Does nothing. Now, will Twimbley whop the Indeedee out? Reset that terrain. Klefki switches into Sceptile. There's the Misty Seed. There's now going to be the fastest thing on the field. There's a helping hand. Expanding Force. Bye-bye, Scrafty. Now comes the Sylveon. With Iron Crown not resisting the fairy type attacks anymore. Out goes Hermes. Back comes the Politoed. Rain is up. Acrobatics, nothing. Skill swap, beautiful play. No more Pixelate, and back comes the Psychic Terrain. Hyper Voice now without that Pixelate does nothing. Wow, what a play by Twimbley there. I completely forgot indeed he had Skill Swap. Sylveon has to go. Back comes Klefki. Protect on the Politoed. Type of voice from Indeedee now. Does nothing. Oh, wow. Battle of the 0 damage right now. Follow me from Indeedee. No switch on the Politoed. Sunny Day from Klefki. Solar Blade. Oh, nice play. Doesn't do a lot though. Icy Wind. But we know Politoed's got 0 damage, so. It does get that all-important speed drop on the Sceptile. No follow me this time. I'm gonna let the Politoed go down. There's a Hyper Voice. Not very effective on either. Draining Kiss. Probably gains more health back than it lost. But it is a contact move, so it does take Rocky Helmet Chip. Back comes Iron Crap. Follow me from Indeedee. There's the Misty Terrain. Soul Blade going to take down the redirection. More Rocky Helmet Chip. Tera Blast. Where's this going? Into the Sceptile. Oh, it lived on 2 HP. Solar Blade. Oh, into the Iron Crown. Tachyon Cutter finishes off the Sceptile. This is so close. Weather Ball. Oh, now a fire move in the sun. Oh, Orca Berry Klefki. Draining Kiss did way too much damage. Crit. Now we have the problem though. Pretty sure Sylveon lived a Tachyon Cutter in game 1. Yeah, it's going to live this one too. Quite handsomely, actually. Here's the Weather Ball. This is probably a double KO Hyper Voice. Yep. The crit didn't matter. That Sceptile living on 2 HP was insane. Probably what changed that game. That was an incredibly close game 3 though. And what I don't quite understand though is why Wim herod the Iron Crown every single game. There's obviously some game plan there. But I wasn't seeing, but with other things being very, very weak on that squad, maybe would have considered either not leading the Iron Crown or at least not terroring it turn 1. But really well played by Starstreak in that game 3. It was a very, very close battle. Could easily have gone either way. Next up, the Tera Tyrants take a trip to the seaside to face the Virginia Beach Buizels. This is a really interesting matchup. You have the immediate offensive power of the Tyrants with Ogerpon Halfblade, Sneasler, Iron Boulder, some extent Azumarill, facing off against the really bulky setup offense of the Buizels. This could be the old adage of unstoppable force meets immovable object. And I have no idea which one is out on top. With Hitmon top, you have a way to slow down the Tyrants, but you're always risking giving that Gothitelle a boost. And though Gothitelle doesn't have the most spectacular offensive power, giving it that little boost could make it a threat. So it's a give and take kind of matchup here. And with the Buizels being that hard trick room team, Gothitelle could be the perfect lead into it. I could honestly sit here for hours talking about this matchup. There's so many little mini battles within the battle. Araquanid versus Ogerpon Hearthflame, Ting Lu versus Iron Boulder, Sneasler versus Ting Lu. I think Metagross is probably not great in this matchup. It can deal quite well with Iron Boulder, I guess. Chandelure could be phenomenal here. But then Azumarill exists. And it's all those little battles there that are just going to make this a fascinating game to watch. Weens did bring the Metagross. I suppose Metagross actually is really good into Sneasler as well, with that psychic typing. Could probably hit Azumarill pretty hard as well. Yeah, I think that Metagross is better in this matchup than I thought it was initially. There's no Iron Boulder on the other team. There's no Thwacky either. Huh. This is surprising. The lineup from Weens is pretty close to what I expected, but the lineup from Draco is nothing like what I was expecting. Oh, did Weens get that in time? We shall find out. Yeah, I'll stick Ting Lu, so maybe not. Ooh. Noivern Sneasler. Heck from Ting Lu. Perhaps expecting close combat. Fake out into the Meowstic. Gets the flinch. And taunt on Noivern. Meowstic switches out. In comes Metagross. That's a cool shiny. Tera from the Tyrants. Into Noivern. Tera normal boom burst? I think so. Tera from the Buizels. Tera Poison Tinglu. Fairly standard. Here's the Boom Burst. That's a lot of damage. Did get the crit. Throat Spray. Reversal. Don't actually understand what the reversal was for, but I don't know what reversal does. Sandtomb crits and Sneasler goes down. Out comes the Ogerpon. Ivy Cudgel into the Metagross. Bye bye Metagross. Dark Pulse, obviously meant for the Metagross, now goes into the Tinglu, but gets the flinch. Oh, that's... Ah. Back comes Meowstic. Meowstic looks so funny next to Tinglu. Spiky Shield from the Ogerpon. Reflect. Oh, it's a Screens Meowstic. There's a Boom Burst. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Comes Pepsi. Once again getting the attack boost. Oh, just getting no luck really with this P2. Every time it's come in, it's got the attack boost. Ogerpon switches out. In comes the Spiritomb. Here we go, Boom Burst spam. There's the light screen. Celsius is deleted. Tera Blast into the Ghost. Oh no. Crazy. No, oh, the poor P2. That poor P2. I do think mitigating circumstances that Weens was auto chosen there. Actually, no he wasn't. P2 was at the bottom of his list. You wonder how Weens will adjust to that though. I think for Draco, Sneasler did nothing. It got a fake out and then it died after failing with reversal. Which, being a move that does more power the less HP the user has left, it's on a fast mon, Yes, it's a frail mon, but it being on a fast mon like that, you're generally going to be going first. So, yeah, I could see the idea behind it, but not entirely sure it's better than something like Close Combat. The Weens, I would be gambling with Chandelure. Flashfire, you can switch it in on Ivy Cudgels. It's immune to Boom Burst. But you've also seen the Dark Pulse on Noivern, so it's a gamble. Game number 2. There is the Chandelure. Light Clay, Garth Chandelure. I love that tech. What do you lock into on that Chandelure? Ooh, Meowstic switches out into the Metagross. Very anti... Ooh, locked into Overheat. Expecting the Tera. Very anti-Boom Burst. Chandelure's immune, Metagross resists. He now gets his Throat Spray block. There's a Snarl. That did a lot of damage to Chandelure. Weakness policy Metagross. Chandelure switches into the Tinglu. Tera on the Metagross. Tera Berry. Resisting those dark type attacks. Bullet Punch. Oh yeah, bye-bye Noivern. There's the Snarl. Nothing. Great switch in there. Now though we have the Tera known as Ogerpon. Tinglu switches out. Back comes Chandelure. Expecting the attack into the Tinglu slot. Ivy Cudgel went into the Protect. Will-O-Wisp. Oh, Will-O-Wisp would have gone into Tinglu. Overheat. Lands into the Ogerpon. Takes it out. Heavy Slam. Ooh. Bye-bye Spiritomb. Great comeback by Weens here. Chandelure disappears. Back comes Meowstic. Protect on the Metagross. Aqua Jet is going into the Metagross slot. Weens not wanting to take any gambles. There's a Reflect. Metagross outspeeds. Heavy Slam takes out the Water Bunny. We are all tied up. Straight into game 3. Same lead as game 2. Oh, and this time we've got Perish Trap. Unfortunately, of course, Ghost type Chandelure can switch out. No switch, straight for Tera. Tera Ghost on the Meowstic. Trying to avoid the fake out. Protect on the Gothitelle. Fake Tears. Wow. Liquidation. Puts out the candle. I'm not sure the crit mattered. C. And again it gets the attack boost. Oh god. Here comes the Metagross. Reflect. Tera Blast into the Gothslot. And there's the Perish song. Off protects. Heavy Slam. Without the weakness policy. Not enough. Liquidation into P2. That's a bulky boy. Gets a defense drop though. Heavy Slam into the Gothitelle this time. Citrus Berry. Heal Pulse. Oh, this is a really annoying setup. I like it. Tera Blast, not going to be enough. Liquidation. Ooh, that's not insignificant damage at all. Thanks to that defense drop. Doc flops out. Into the Spiritomb. Yeah, double pivot. In comes the Ogerpon. Psychic Fangs breaks the screen. Tera Blast. Ogerpon gone. Metagross goes to Perish. P2 goes to Perish. This now just needs to be quick Perish, win. Oh, going on the offensive. Here's a yawn. Out comes a liquidation. Helping hand boosted. Celsius lives. Good on the Meowstic. Another helping hand. Fake Tears into the Dark type. But that's all she wrote anyway. I'm guessing the Meowstic didn't have an offensive move. Phenomenal comeback by Weens in that game too. Amazing work by Draco. Save the Perish Trap for game 3. It was so difficult for Weens to counter, though leaving the Chandelure on the field in front of Zoomerl wasn't really the best choice, but I think seeing the Ghost Tera available to Weens made the decision to protect Gothitelle instead of going for the fake out easier for Draco. Is that why risk clicking fake out when there could be 2 ghost types on the field? So perhaps a read on Draco's side kinda threw a spanner in the works. Maybe, like me, Weens forgot that Azu gets Perish Song. Either way, really well played 3-game set from both coaches. Last but certainly not least, we have German Otter versus the Axe of Tommy. This is going to be one insane battle on either side. 2 very bulky, very annoying, difficult to deal with teams, both with go fast, hit hard buttons. But Tommy, how do you stop the potential Trick Room? Because if you can stop Trick Room going up, you slow down for Luna. But also, how do you stop Zapdos Galar running wild? Otter, how do you deal with Landorus Incarnate? How do you deal with Hisui and Goodra? I think Gouging Fire is a difficult bring for Tommy this week with Primarina on the other side. You're almost forced to commit Tera to it. Obviously with Lando, Sludge Bomb, and with Goodra Heavy Slam / Splash Cannon, there are ways of dealing with it. I'm not sure Toxicroak without a Howl boost is going to be enough, so that's an issue. For Otter, I think the core of Rilla, Giraffe, Prim, Zapdos, Blood Moon +1 is going to be very difficult for Tommy to stop without those patented hacks. Ooh, no Rilla. Somewhat surprised by that, but also not. There's a lot of things on Tommy's side and make Rillaboom tough to position in this matchup. I'm also surprised by no Goodra on Tommy's side. Espeon's an interesting bring though. Espeon's a very interesting bring. That Mon has got a lot of tools. I wouldn't be surprised if Evil Otter has slept on it a little bit. Game 1. Neum and Ney versus Dhelmise and Landorus. Sidekick from Landorus that outspeeds the Zapdos. Dual Wing Beat. Finishes off finish it off. Dual Wing Beat takes out the Dhelmise. And I'm guessing Trick Room is about to go up. Yes, it is. Perhaps with the Trick Room, you see some speed undercut shenanigans. No booster proc on the Gouging Fire. Choreograph switches out into Sploosh. Primarina. Tech on the Lando. Gouging Fire underspeeds the Zapdos. Outspeeds in Trick Room and finishes it off. Ha ha ha. That bear is not funny, Otter. Tera from Otter. Into the Primarina. Tera Water. No longer weak to Sludge Bomb. Tera from Tommy. Into the Landorus. Tera Steel. Now resisting everything except an Earth Power. Turning Bulwark from the Gouging Fire. There's the Earth Power. He read the Tera. That, folks, is unfortunately why Otter keeps winning. Fake out from Toxicroak. Laughing Bear flinches. Moonblast resisted. Life Orb Primarina. There's the Howl. Last turn of Trick Room. And the little froggy pull this one out of the bag. Gouging Fire protects itself. Earth Power into the froggy. No, it can't. Trick Room ends, but I don't think even a +1 Gouging Fire is going to come back here. No. Oh my good lord. Oh, it's a Citrus Berry Gouging Fire. Not going to save it here though. One read is all it took. It was probably a fairly obvious play as soon as the Landorus hit the field. Still, as Otter, if you get that call wrong, that Landorus is still on the field for another turn. It's got good damage into either one of your Mons. Crazy. Such a gamble. But it paid off. Can Tommy make a comeback here? Sploosh and Kablam. No Trick Room lead. Espeon and Landorus. Tera from Otter. Into the Primarina again. Helping Hand. Hyper Voice incoming. Oh, Sugar Berry Love it. Imprison Espeon. That's crazy. I love it. Now, how do you deal with this Primarina? Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam instead. Sludge Bomb comes out. Not enough. Hyper Voice. Not enough. But it does have a Throat Spray. Helping Hand, Moonblast. Espeon, we salute you. Pretty sure an Earth Power would have been the better choice over Sludge Bomb. Here comes the Slitherwing. Booster Energy Slitherwing. Follow me. Psychic. Picks up the KO, but that was an interesting choice of move. Leech Life. Finishes off the Primarina. Out comes the Big Bear. And the Zapdos. No Trick Room at all here. Protect on the Zapdos. Earth Power. Good damage. Wild Charge. Blood Moon. That Landorus lived. Wow. We know the Landorus outspeeds the Zapdos. There's a Tera from Tommy. Vacuum Wave. Oh, it's not enough. Psychic. Takes out the Zapdos. Close combat is enough to finish off the Ursaluna. Fantastic adjustment by Tommy. We're going to a game 3. Slitherwing putting some work there. Newman Nay, back to the same lead as game 1. Lando Slitherwing this time. Are we going to see a double up into the Ferrograph? Stop Trick Room. Will Tera be enough to keep Slitherwing alive? We do see the Tera. It is into the bug. The Zapdos protects. Earth Power into the Giraffe. That's good damage. Leech Life finishes it off. No Trick Room for Otter. Comes Sploosh. How does Otter come back from this? It's a pretty obvious Psychic plus Wild Charge play here. Psychic, the Zapdos, Wild Charge, the Primarina. Otter knows that Psychic is coming. There's a Tera from Otter. Into the Zapdos this time. Tera flying, double dip. Removes his psychic weakness. Helping hand on Primarina. Landorus protects, but where is this Brave Bird going? Oh, it's close combat into the Slitherwing. Slitherwing is down. Out comes the Espeon. Momentum has shifted here. Sludge Bomb from Landorus. Not enough to pick up Primarina. Brave Bird. Great. Though I'm not sure a Tera flying Brave Bird. But I'm not sure with the Tera flying Brave Bird would have missed the KO. Single target, hyper voice. Down goes Landorus. The momentum really did shift with that helping hand close combat KO on the Slitherwing. Comes the bear. Burning Bulwark. Delaying the inevitable, I'm afraid. Big hand from Primarina. Heat Crash. Finishes it off. Earth Power, though, is enough to take out the Gouging Fire. Incredibly well played, but both there. Game 2, Tommy played so well. The switch up to bringing Slitherwing was amazing, but that helping hand close combat by Otter in Game 3 was just enough. It genuinely isn't a loser in that match. For me, Tommy to push arguably the best player in the league, you know, the two-time defending champion, all the way like that. Absolutely incredible. Otter just keeps proving why he is the two-time defending champion. Can anyone stop him making it a hat trick?